Hi everyone, welcome to week 7. We are halfway through the course, or more than halfway. I'm sorry, it's so hot. I can't do this right now. I have to turn my AC off to record this. But basically this week we have been reading this cute little pamphlet, Old Books and New Histories by Leslie Howsam. She's a very important lady who works at the University of Windsor, which is really funny. What does Windsor have to do with old books? Honestly, I would never live in Windsor personally. And this is just a really nice, easy read after weeks of really dense texts. And this week I also read the introduction to the Edinburgh Companion Guide, whatever, to Women in Publishing that was published very recently, this year actually. And I've been thinking a lot about publishing, politics, and publishing this week, and doing a lot of research into like when publishers / whatever, because particularly in that introductory chapter it mentioned that Alfred A. Knopf, whatever, the publisher, right? How his wife was a co-founder with him, but he was like, no, your name can't go on the imprint, no women's names, and she was like a huge part of the company, but never received any kind of formal credit for her work, or she did, but you know how it is. And I was like, ooh, cause guess who Anthem, I'm sorry, I'm really forgetting everything, but basically Ursula K. Le Guin published with Alfred A. Knopf under their children's imprint, which was called something like Anthem. Guys, I'm losing it. Anyways, so that I was like, oh, that's cool. And the children's imprint was run by this woman named Jean E. Carl for a long time. Like, she was an editor there, and she's important, I think, because she basically edited all of my favorite books. Like, literally, like, every book that I love, she edited. Like, she edited Patricia McKillop, she edited Ursula K. Le Guin, she edited Tamora Pierce, she edited Anne McCaffrey. Like, the list goes on. So I really think, okay, here's my conspiracy. She died like 10 days before I was born. What if, guys, I might be her, I might be Jeannie Carl reincarnated. But I think she's an important figure to talk about, I think, because in the Women in Publishing, it was just basically being like, hey, why don't we have more studies about these important women, or like more written about them? We just keep writing about the same men over and over again, or even like the same like few women. Like, we need to shut the fuck up about Virginia Woolf. Like, we've talked about her enough, possibly. And so I think she's important. I think Virginia Kidd, who was Ursula K. Le Guin's agent, she was also Anne McCaffrey's agent, and also Judith Merrill's agent, like tons of people's agents. She's another important one. I think there's something to be said about, even though Ursula K. Le Guin published with mainstream publishers, she used like female agents and editors and illustrators in her work. And that's pretty much what I've been thinking about. Also, that in this, there's this triangle of like the interdisciplinary, like history, literature, bibliography, for book history, and how like studies of book history kind of fall in that little triangle. And I'm just like, why do I have to limit myself to things in this triangle? Why would I limit, like, why would I do like just a publishing history, just a single book history, just a women's history, just a bibliography on that, when I can do it all at once? Like, no one's stopping me. Like, why do I have to limit myself by these weird academic like contexts of like, well, if I'm doing a publishing history, I can't talk about authorial intent. Like, no, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Anyways, what I'm reading this week, Garth Nix, The Sinister, Booksellers at Bath. I love this book. Garth Nix is gotta be he just hits every time. He just keeps coming out. I love The Left-Handed Booksellers of London and The Sinister Booksellers, but this book actually talks a lot about book history. This book talks a lot about book history and rare books and conservation. So hey, it's educational. I really think Garth Nix is still out here doing what no one else is doing. Garth Nix also missed his calling a little bit. Like, get Garth Nix out here writing an episode of Doctor Who. Like, he could write just the most my earring just came off, chaos. Garth Nix could just absolutely demolish an episode of Doctor Who, because that's like what his books feel like a lot of the time. So highly recommend, honestly, anything by Garth Nix. But this book has been very nice, and it's set in winter, in December, in the snow. That's where I want to be right now. Anyways, see you in 2 weeks, because I'm taking a break, and I will see you then. Bye!